top. Carlson for three. Two Blue Devils. This is Visser to Johnson. On a pitch. Nice spin move. Shot with Esko. Carlson back. 16 minutes to play in our first half. Blue Devils with a 3-2 lead. Cunningham now to Maloney. He'll let go of a long one. Blue Devils perfect from long range. And it's a 6-2 Virginia lead. Johnson's pass inside, tapped away, nice play. Comes Carlson back, and he throws it into the crowd. A turnover on the Blue Devils. Fans, a pleasant good evening and welcome to Romano Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Minnesota Duluth for tonight's Blue Devil telecast as Virginia will take on Esko. Hello again, everyone, along with Tom Stackpool, former Mesabi Range men's basketball coach. I'm Bob Cohn, Darwin Aller on the camera, Terry Hardica on the production, and Tom, the Blue Devils are playing well of late. They're coming off that disappointing loss to finish off the regular season, but 2 playoff victories, a huge one last night over Proctor.
Yeah, big win for them over Proctor. And again, it's Esko, Virginia, usually in the Final Four, whether it's in the semis or the finals. They're usually, one has to get through the other one to get through this thing. So it should be a great game tonight.
Teams met on Friday, March 1st. Esko was a 15-point victor over Virginia at Virginia that night. But it's a different season. This is the season that counts right now.
Oh, yeah, every possession matters now, and you can see where some jitters will start out early, but every possession is going to matter tonight.
Blue Devils will start off in a little zone defense here. They've got some good shooters, these Eskimos.
Yeah, Virginia needs to put some pressure on the ball, make sure they get the shooters quickly, and try to slow down the ball movement as much as possible.
Inside to Fisher, and he scores the first points tonight.
Nice little play by Esko, side to side, get to the short corner. Nice little post feed for the layup.
Esko coming off an 83-60 win over Piers last night. Here's Bernard scoring.
And that's what Jaden can do. He can attack strong to the basket, and he's got to put pressure on the Esko defense.
Weefel bounce pass to Stodala. Cross court to Spindler. Spindler had a big game against the Blue Devils on that Friday night. Berger, corner, here's Spindler for three.
Virginia's got to be able to get to those shooters a little quicker. Can't have that wide open look.
Carlson to the front court, off to Peters, and he had some trouble with the ball. Blue Devil turnover, bounce pass to Weefel. Here goes Peyton in, and he's fouled.
It's a nice little play by Peyton Weefel to go across the basket to draw that foul instead of trying to go near side and lay it in. Picked up the foul.
Mason Carlson, the sophomore, will pick up the first Virginia foul of the night.
The thing with Esko is that they like to put it on the floor, but they live by that jump shot. They like the three, and they put it up a ton. And you just got to be able to slow the ball down and get to those shooters.
First-year head coach Derek Anderson, who took over for Mike Devney, who's in Denfeld now, trying to continue the tradition here at Esko. And Kyle Williams does a mistake. He puts the ball down, and too many hands.
Yep, you got to keep the ball up high, make a little quicker decision. And if you don't have anything, you got to kick it back out quickly. We have 2 new head coaches going head-to-head here.
That's true. I forgot about Derek Ahern of the Blue Devils.
Both traditions and 2 good young coaches.
Parallel with the big rebound. Now to Carlson, free throw line. Here's Bernard, works his way inside. Oh, nice pass off to Peters.
And if Jaden can do that all night, where he can attack the basket and find his teammates and make them better tonight, that's going to really put Virginia in a nice spot to win this game.
Pass goes to Stodala. Berger, Weefel. Movement over on the right side. 6-foot senior Camden Berger, who runs the offense for Esko.
He's been playing for a long time. He's a 4-year starter and had some big games in his career.
He'll go into the paint, little jumper. (19-9) are the Eskimos this year. Virginia 16-12. Here's a steal, and Spindler will go in with the left hand and score.
Yep, got to be able to handle that pressure. Be strong with the ball and get that ball out of the trap.
Peters with a 15-footer. A lot of blue jerseys. Here comes Spindler back again. Goes inside and scores 2 more.
Virginia's got to be able to slow the ball down. They can't let Esko get down the floor quickly and get easy buckets.
Esko with a 6-point lead on Virginia. Peters to Perla. Now Bernard. And they're going to put as much pressure on number 22 as they can. They know he makes so much of this offense go.
And the more they can put pressure on him, the more those other teammates have to come through for him.
Nick Peters is going to go to the line and shoot a pair. Spindler picks up the fall.
Esko looks to be coming out and really putting some pressure with the double teaming and try to make Virginia to move that ball a little more. So if they can handle that part of it and get out of that initial trap, they're going to find some people open.
Fisher clears the boards. Weefel gives it back to Berger. Here's Spindler from the outside.
Yeah, Virginia's got to be a little more disciplined defensively. They can't be leaving their feet to let the ball move around quickly. The quicker the ball moves, the easier the shots.
Here's Perla from 15 feet off the side iron. Stadalo with the boards, and here come the Eskimos once again. Berger for 2, and the Blue Devils will take a timeout. We got a break in the action. 13:56 to go in the opening half. 15-4 Esko.
Wasabi Range College is, I think, the perfect college for traditional or non-traditional students. I came here to start my nursing career. I really like being able to work with people rather than being secluded. Being able to help people, heal them, that makes a difference, wearing your heart on your sleeve. My name is Becky, and this is my Wasabi story.
Start for the Eskimos tonight.
Yep, and they broke this open a little bit with their transition defense. Their breaks off the rebounds and get it out, and they beat Virginia down the floor several times to increase this lead.
Carlson tries to go around Spindler. Spindler with great defense. Now Jack Perla to Bernard. Pass is tipped. Turnover on the Blue Devils, and here comes Spindler back to Berger. Now Weefel. Under 13.5 to play in the first half. Eskimo with a 11-point lead on the Blue Devils. Esko right now on a 11-0 run. Blue Devils and Eskimo were tied at 4.
And it's all triggered by their defense. Their defense has been able to get them out in the break. Otherwise, Virginia's been able to maintain in the half court.
Fisher putting back up, and he's fouled.
Too many opportunities on the offensive glass for Esko. You know, they got 3 different offensive rebounds, and then obviously when you get that many, it ends up with a foul and then a 3-point play here.
Tyler Herberg now will come into the lineup for the Blue Devils. Kyle Williams to the bench. Pequot Lakes earlier tonight defeated Greenway, so they're waiting to see who they'll play on Thursday night.
Pequot looked very, very good and pretty much took Greenway out of the game from the very beginning.
Here's Bernard.
Aggressive play. He's got to be able to get into the paint, and they've got to create some offense.
Twelve and a half to play in the first half. Oh, the lane was opened up, and Herbert with the rebound.
Yep, got lucky on that one with the layup missed.
Foul, and the Blue Devils will inbounds. Here's Perla from the elbow.
Nice little out of bounds play. Hits Jack Perla with a wide open 15-footer and buries it.
(17 to 8). Stadola try to go baseline. He's in the lane. He's cut off. He better get out of the lane. Berger in the paint.
Virginia playing a little more man-to-man now. Switch up their defense.
Fisher, Riley Fisher. His brother Quinn started, I think it was 3-4 years, as Berger puts one down.
But man-to-man offense for Esko against Virginia's man-to-man defense. They're going to look to try to drive it hard, create something off the bounce.
Bernard for three.
And he's capable. You know, he's the kind of kid that could score any which way out here from three on the drive at the free throw line. And he's going to have to create some shots.
8-point Esko lead. Here's Berger stopping the side of the lane. Now Weefel. Fisher going in, off balance shot. Not a good shot, and the Blue Devils get the
good
ball.
pressure defense on the drive, and not to foul, but to force a tough shot.
Carlson to Bernard. Jaden for three. It's short. Saved, though, by Herberg, but it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Esko's ball. Now Corey Kama will check in for Esko, and here comes Joey Hofdahl in for the Blue Devils. Joey's been a real spark of late.
He has created some spark for them, and a little intense defensive player, and he's hit some shots recently. Nice little spark off the bench.
10:40 to go in our opening half. An 8-point lead for Esko. Inside for Berger. They'll double team at the side of the lane, and he gets it to fall.
Tough shot over two defenders, too. Nice, strong shot. It's a tough one.
Berger now with 8 points. Leading scorer for Esko. Here's Bernard going into the lane. And there's a foul.
Just keep putting pressure on the defense. It's all you can do. You know, the problem sometimes, though, is that the ball gets stuck in Jaden's hands and everybody's watching and the defense sinks in there. So they have to still move the ball side to side and then pick their spots where Jaden can drive or anybody else can drive as they move the ball side to side.
Bernard gets the inbounds, puts it up. It will bounce around and fall, and Bernard with 9 points. Berger calling out signals. Now Spindler, and we got a foul on Jaden. That'll be his second Virginia team foul.
Try to get away with that little wraparound defensive tip, which if you don't get into foul trouble, you can afford to lose one that way. But if you get into foul trouble, that one can come back and haunt you.
I just don't like when they do that
No,
because so many times.
Solid. It's not solid defense, but I mean, a lot of guys get away with it at times.
Weefel, left side, Stadala. Herberg is on him. Now travel, yep. Good defense.
Yep, you bet. And you can see how Esko tries to drive it. They drive it, and then they kick it, and the next guy will try to drive it through. And you just got to keep moving your feet and just force them away from the basket. And then when they do shoot it, you just got to pressure the shot.
So Joe Hofdahl gave the Blue Devils a couple minutes Resting Peters. Now Nick is back on the floor. He'll get the pass. To Bernard. Jaden for three. Tipped, saved by Weefel. Here is Spindler off the glass and getting a nice bounce.
Again, they beat Virginia back. Jack had some good position, but he just finished right over the top of him.
Peters on the wing on the left side. Boy, it was nice talking. Here's Bernard from way downtown. Tom, I was going to tell you, it was nice talking to one of your former players, Jason Weefel, who's one of the assistant coaches.
Yes, I talked to Jason several times in the last couple of weeks, and they really like their team. You know, they've got some experience, and they've got some young kids that have come through for them.
7-point Esko lead with under 8.5 to play in the first half. Bounce pass, Corey Kama for two.
Defense just kind of overshifted too far, left that weak side block open, and not enough time, not enough room to cover it up.
Esko with a 9-point lead. Here's Bernard going baseline, lost it, goes out of bounds.
They just have to get that ball side to side, because if they just drive it right away, they're going to have the whole defense sitting in there waiting for Jaden or whoever's going to drive. They've got to get the ball, get the defensive moving, so then they can attack.
Kyle Williams returns to the floor. Checking in now for Esko is Sam Ringo. Shot was blocked. It'll be Esko's ball. Sam's a 5'8" senior.
Again, Virginia has to keep the ball out of the paint. They can't let them drive into the paint.
Spindler with 11 now, and Esko again has that double-digit lead. Here's Herberg in the paint.
Good vision by Bernard and a nice finish by Herberg.
Rango now will give it off to Kama. He'll go baseline left side, back to Weefel.
Just not great matchups for Virginia right now against the guard play of Esko.
Here's Rango giving off to Weefel. Penetrates, side of the lane, missed it. Herberg goes high for the boards.
Again, good pressure defense. Force the tough shot and then only give them one chance at it. Then you got to get the rebound.
Here is Carlson from long range. Spindler coming back for the Eskimos. Now to Ringo, 6:40 to go in the first half. Stadala into the paint. Weefel baseline. Nice ball movement, but the Blue Devils are sticking in that defense. Here's Kama deep in the corner. It's short.
Virginia doing a nice job containing the drive the last couple of possessions.
Carlson gets it inside to Herberg. Now to Williams in the paint. Williams off the glass.
Got to take advantage of your size on the block. There's a mismatch there, and if they can get it in there, and Williams can finish, it's a nice added bonus to their scoring opportunities. Get her little rhythm inside and out.
Virginia's gotten it back to 7. 5:45 to play in the half. Kama now to Weefel. Peters is on him. This is Ringo on top. Kama comes out and gets it, and they draw Kyle Williams out deep.
Yeah, that's just a tough matchup for Kyle in there.
And Stadala loses the ball, and the Blue Devils now trying to get a little closer.
But if you just get the angle away from the basket, you just have to be able to do that. You don't have to keep in front of them. You just got to keep an angle or they dribble away from the basket.
Here's Bernard going baseline, puts it up, missed it. Tough shot.
Tough shot and one that he usually finishes.
Spindler going into the lane. Will not get it to fall. Stadala puts it home.
Again, can't give up the second shots. Got to be able to get them one shot and get done and then rebound it.
29-20 Esko with 4:50 to play in the first half. Both of these teams averaging 70 points a game during the regular season. Peters missed the shot. Ringo will save it. Nope. Yeah, he does, and we're going to have a timeout. Timeout on the court, 4:40 to play in the first half. Esko 29, Virginia 20.
I decided to come to Mesabi because you get that one-on-one experience with your instructors, and I'll leave Mesabi with literally zero debt. And for what I'm going into, I just thought it was the smartest decision, and then I could also continue playing the sport I love, baseball. Definitely the fact that I could play baseball here helped a lot with meeting people and met a ton of cool kids, so I have no regrets. It's been a great decision. My name's Cody, and this is my Mesabi story.
Esko puts the ball in play after the timeout. 9-point lead.
Just tough for Virginia to bring their bigs out here to the 30 feet from the basket to try and defend a dribble.
Spindler from beyond the arc. He now has 14 in the game.
Shooter, you got to get to that shooter. Keep him from getting a clean look.
Now Esko has put James Lagarde in the lineup. Here's Bernard trying to answer. Herberg gives it off to Williams. He cannot control it. Herberg will save it. To Bernard, inside for Williams. Backs his way in off the glass. Probably didn't use enough for the glass.
Yeah, got to get your balance underneath you, but Herberg's sure giving them some energy on the boards here. Active inside. But Cal just got to get a little solid base, balance, and then go up strong.
Nice to see Paul Ray, one of the officials tonight.
Been officiating forever.
Jay Wetzel and Dave Trolin are the other two. Trying to go baseline was Kama. They'll reset. Here's Berger. Now Weefel to Kama once again, under 3.5 to play in the first half. Esko by a dozen.
Virginia's doing a nice job for the mismatches on the perimeter when they've got guards against big guys. They're doing a pretty good job of at least playing the angle, playing the dribble.
Lagarde will reset the offense, going into the paint, and gets a nice bank.
Tough
off
shot, too.
the
They had
glass.
good position, forcing them to baseline, snuck that ball off the backboard.
Now we got a hand check called. It looks like it's going to be on Corey Kama, or is it on Spindler? It's Kama, and that's his second.
Esko's just made it so difficult for Virginia to get good looks at the basket. With their pressure defense, their trapping.
Parallel back to Carlson.
You can just see that they're not in any set kind of offense. They're just, the pressure's taking them, 40 feet from the basket. They just need to get organized and get into a rhythm.
Here's Carlson off balance shot. Williams battles for it. It goes out of bounds. Peters comes in for Carlson. .226 to go in the opening half. Esko 34, Virginia 20. This is the 7 AA semifinals. The winner will play Pequot Lakes Thursday night. Pass inside, it's tipped in. A nice play by Kyle Williams.
I think, didn't Bernard get that tip and then Williams saved the ball at the baseline? I think that's the way it came out. Good vision, good help defense.
Rango is on Peters. They'll double team him and they force a turnover. This is Rango going back in, and Peters with the defensive play.
Good hustle. I think Derek's got a good argument. I think that hit the Esko kid on the back. Yep.
It did.
Yep. Came off the basket, hit him in the back. Good officiating there. Good piece of officiating.
Peters, the sophomore, to the front court. Now to Perla, to Williams. Peters. Herberg back to Peters. And we've got a turnover on Virginia.
Well, Esko comes down and they put that little run and jump trap on him. And so they make people handle it out of their offense, and then that takes them out of their offense. They've got to be able to get back into their offense after that pressure.
Lagarde to Kama, who's checked back in. Now Berger, Spindler. Lost control of it. Here comes Herberg back. To Perla. Bernard tried to spin move at the baseline. Off the glass. That's a nice basket.
Tough shot. Nice spin move, but high off the glass. A tough shot.
Jaden now with 14 in the game. Spindler has 14 for Esko. Here's Spindler. Loose ball is grabbed by Bernard as Williams is on the floor. Here comes Jaden back. 1-on-4. Jaden lost it. Try to go behind the back. Coming back is Spindler. Goes baseline left side. Gets cut off. Kicks the ball back out to Berger. Now Kama. They'll swing it around to Lagarde, and he traveled. .6 seconds remaining. Coach Aho gives Bernard his first rest of the night. Peters gets the ball to the front court. Weefel is on him.
Well, Virginia should take the last shot here. Give themselves a chance to either go down 10 or 9. If they can handle it and make a play.
Weefel with only 2 points tonight from the free throw line. Almost a takeaway. Herberg saves it. Here's Carlson from the free throw line. And we got a foul called on Williams.
Yeah, a little too early on the shot. Gives Esko a chance here.
Yep, I agree. I think he took the shot about 6-7 seconds too early.
And that's a tough one because you're so wide open the free throw line. It's a nice, easy shot, but you still got to play the clock.
Now the Eskimos will go for the last shot. 10 seconds ago. This is Berger. To Fisher, who's checked back on the floor. Here's Spindler for 3. And our first half.
I was going to wonder if they're going to blow the whistle on that shot. That's illegal.
Yeah. So we've played one half of basketball. Esko 34, Virginia 22.
I'm Jermaine. I'm from Milwaukee, and this is my Masabi story.
My name's Laura. I am from Virginia, Minnesota. I've been a lifelong Iron Ranger, and this is my Masabi story.
My name is Hannah. I'm from Hermantown, and this is my Masabi story.
The faculty at Masabi Range College, they really care.
I am very impressed with the way the staff has worked with us.
Oh, I love the program. Absolutely love it. I couldn't imagine doing anything different.
transportation service for the young to the old, for the able-bodied and those who are not quite so able. Arrowhead Transit. It's your ride to get you where you need to go. Call 800-862-0175.
Roosevelt Elementary School continues to infuse new technologies into the classroom. Hands-on project-based learning prepares students for higher-level thinking skills. Region-based education allows students to learn in their own communities.
Roosevelt Elementary School is consistently performing at the highest levels on the MCA reading and math tests. Academic achievement is of the utmost importance. Roosevelt Elementary School. Good kids getting even better.
Local television programming is now available to everyone through MasabiCommunityTV.com. From our main page, you can find all of our live sports broadcasts, simultaneously streamed over YouTube, the High School Cube, and also live on Channel 5 Public Access. Archived sporting events are also available on our website for Chisholm, Mount Iron, Virginia, and Mesabi East schools. You can also download all of these events by going to your selected event, clicking on the share icon, and then clicking on the address on the center of the screen. There, you will find your download button. Either from our webpage or from your Roku, you will also be able to watch area council meetings, school board meetings, or area concerts. From our main page, you may also view our entire community bulletin board. The P.S. Engman Agency is a family-owned business that has served the area with compassion and quality service for over 100 years. We are grateful for their fine support of Blue Devil Sports on Channel 5. With the support of many fine sponsors such as these over the years, Mesabi Community Television and Locker Talk have been able to continue expanding. With announcer Bob Cohn and cameramen like Darwin Aller, Javante George, and Justin Pullman, and with support from our program manager Lindsay George, in cooperation with Virginia's public schools and the City of Virginia, we've been able to keep upgrading. Currently, we can be seen live and via tape delay on Channel 5, YouTube, and Facebook, as well as bringing you area sports this year, including UMD football, volleyball, and many area teams on My9 Sports through KBJR's reaching out to our team. Mesabi Community Television will also continue to bring you sports from Mesabi East, Mount Iron Buell, and Chisholm schools. Your mutual cooperation allows everyone to come out ahead.
Morning. How's it going today, ma'am?
I just want you to know, I love this city. I can always find a parking place, and I never have to parallel park. Look here, every car is bunched up over on that side of the street, so it makes it really easy for me to park. And what's so odd is that yesterday, every car was on that side of the street.
Well, ma'am.
Oh, just call me Yvette. And what was your name?
I'm Chad. It's nice to meet you, Yvette. Calendar parking is why all these cars are on this side of the street. Here in Virginia, we have calendar parking, so that way the cars are on the right side, so that way it makes it a little easier. So now, on an even day, you would park on the even side of the street as the address is. So you see these house numbers over here all have even numbers. So on an even day, you park on that side. On an odd day, you would park on the same side of the street as the odd number houses. So during the winter months of November through April, we try to make sure that cars are parked on the even or odd side of the street, depending on the calendar day.
So you're gonna give me a ticket? I thought you were so nice.
I am nice, and I'll tell you why I'm nice. Because the Virginia Police Department, when calendar parking is followed, it ensures that our city crews can get out and plow all the roadways after a major snow event. Also, it makes it a lot safer for all the pedestrians and all other traffic in the area. Besides that, many of the streets in Virginia are narrow, so when it comes to emergency vehicles getting through, it's nice to have all the vehicles parked on the right side of the roadways, so ambulances, fire trucks, squad cars, even just regular vehicles can get through.
I am so sorry. I didn't know.
Can I tell you something else?
Yes, I know. Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
What I was gonna say is actually during the summer months, calendar parking changes a little bit. We try to make it a little easier for everybody. So from the months of May through October, you only have to worry about switching sides every 2 weeks. So on the first of the month, you make sure that you park on the odd side of the street. And on the evening of the 16th, you swap over to the even side of the street for the rest of the month. And just one more thing.
Yes?
How about you move your vehicle to the proper side of the street and we'll call it even.
Oh, I could just hug you. Can I hug you?
No, ma'am. But you need to know that calendar parking always starts the previous evening. So at 6 p.m. the previous night, you always park for the very next day.
Call me Yvette.
Thank you, Yvette.
And welcome back to Romano Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Minnesota Duluth for second half action. Esko on top of Virginia, 34-22. Tom, I love their new court here. They've put a lot of money into remodeling this facility. They've put seats now instead of bleachers in the lower area.
Yeah, very nice facility, and they've got their men's and women's basketball programs here rolling. The women won the postseason tournament, the NSIC, and the men ended up third in their division and ended up in the semis, I believe is where they end up with a lot of young kids. And rumor has it Illa Kanan's coming back to play for them on a graduate fifth year.
34-22, Jaden Bernard has 14 for Virginia. Trevor Spindler, 14 for Esko. And our second half is underway. Virginia will put the ball in play. Here's Carlson from way out.
I think the difference was Sadola's shooting and then the Esko defense creating offensive baskets for him. But other than that, it really hasn't been great offense in either half court.
Here's Spindler going into the paint. Cut off. Now to Berger. Weefel has not put up a long shot yet tonight, and I think that's a plus for the Blue Devils because he really was knocking them down. And now we've got a foul called. And who's this going to be called on? Called on Bernard. I thought he fell over. Well, Jaden has picked up his second. Blocked by Williams. Nice play by the big guy. Off.
Yep.
Weefel.
Good block, and then knocked it off Weefel to get the ball back.
Carlson guarded closely by Riley Fisher. Here's Bernard getting the pass inside. Williams puts it home.
And they've got to get some of those putbacks just to create more offense for them. Otherwise they're just one and done on that end. So if they can get some offensive putbacks, it just it gives them a little bit more rhythm on offense.
Here's Berger going in. Carlson with the boards, and here come the Blue Devils, 5-on-4. This is Bernard going baseline, and we call a charge.
I'm not so sure on that one.
I'm not either.
When he takes off with that quick first step and explodes the basket, I think that was a gift to the defense.
I agree with you. I thought it was. I thought the defensive player was still sliding. But here's Weefel, not getting it, putting it back up and missing it. Another shot by Weefel. It's good.
Again, Bobby, you can't give up the 2 or 3 offensive rebounds because then you're out of position, and Weefel gets that second offensive rebound put back, and he gets a foul and a 3-point opportunity. But remember the first half, Bob, we were talking about that foul Jaden got reaching behind. Now it's going to play a big deal when he's got 3 right now. Without that one, he'd be down to 2. So those little fouls can eat away at you.
13-point lead for Esko. Just over 16 minutes to play. Here's Carlson with another long-range shot. Berger going in and adding 2 more to the total. Just like they split the C there.
Well, it's just a lack of awareness by your help defenders, and then you can't give a direct drive to the basket. If you give a direct drive to the basket, nothing good happens.
Here comes Weefel coming back. Spindler underneath Stadol. He'll put it up and will not fall, and Peters clears the boards. Tolman and Hoftel about to come in for Virginia. Got a feeling you're going to see Bernard and Carlson coming out. Long range shot from
Virginia needs that jump shot to fall for somebody else. They're getting a couple of good looks, but they need that to fall. They need to score some buckets.
That's the 3rd one from long range tonight for Virginia. Esko with 2 from beyond the arc. Fisher going into the paint. Now Spindler. Bernard's got to be real careful that he doesn't pick up his 4th. Here's Berger hitting. He's got 12.
Well, you have to be able to play hard when you have fouls, but you have to be able to play hard and not foul.
Williams gets it back to Bernard inside for 2 and 1 coming.
Good give and go. Jack Perrell is nice. He can see the floor. He's a nice passer, and he's able to see that little give and go down the lane. Creates that layup.
Peters and Carlson will come out. Hofdahl and Tolman to the floor. Bernard looking for point number 17 with this free throw, and it's short. .12 Esko lead, 14:20 to play. Winner will play Pequot Lakes Thursday night, 7 o'clock, right here at Romano Gym.
Virginia back in the zone defense, maybe to help protect Jaden a little bit.
Here is Spindler.
Got to be aware when the defense screens to get out to that shooter.
He's got 17. Here's Bernard going in and adding 2 more.
Quick attack. Get the ball back before their defense gets set. Attack the basket. Nice bucket.
Tolman guarding Berger. Now Weefel. Berger going in off the glass.
He's come alive this half, creating lots of baskets off the penetration.
And, of course, you got a veteran senior going against an inexperienced sophomore right now.
Yep, and it's just, they just don't make mistakes, Esko. They keep driving. They may miss shots, but they don't make a lot of mistakes.
46-31, and here come the Eskimos once again. Berger gets it off. Weefel. Now Spindler. This is Berger again. Tolman is on him. Weefel into the paint. Gets it back out to Berger for 3. Bernard goes way up over the basket to get the rebound.
Yep, and like I said, it's simple basketball, but if you can limit them to one shot and get the rebound and then work the ball side to side and create a little more rhythm.
Perla gets it into Bernard. Back to Perla. Now Toman. One dribble. He'll let go of a three. Will not fall.
Those are the shots that Virginia needs to fall to get back into this game. They're getting wide open looks. They just got to get them to fall to get back in.
And of course, some of these kids are playing with this glass backboard for the first time too. You know, I know years past we've talked about it.
Bigger court. Yep, bigger court. All those things that come into play.
Weefel uses the glass to perfection.
But again, you know, Esko getting that 50-50 ball, that extra rebound, and getting a bucket out of it. And they just keep pushing the lead a little bit each time.
Now Hofdahl, guarded by Weefel. Here's the runner. It will fall finally.
Nice little floater. Hofdahl, nice little drive. Good screen and roll, drive, floater, bucket.
He's going to be a key part of this Blue Devil team next year. Here's Berger banking two more off the glass. He's got 16 tonight.
Yeah, he's just taken the game over the last 4, 5, 6 minutes.
Got a break in the action with 11:18 to play in our game. A 17-point lead for Esko.
Providing transportation service for the young to the old, for the able-bodied and those who are not quite so able. Arrowhead Transit. It's your ride to get you where you need to go. Call 800-862-0175.
Checking in now for Esko is Peyton Koskla, 6'3" senior. Here's Bernard. Also, Corey Kama has returned. And here's a Blue Devil turnover. Well, now they're going to talk. They think it may have been off a Esko player.
Might have hit a leg on that pass.
Looked like the ball was...
I would... Well, they disagree with us, Bob.
Yep. Berger. Now to Spindler going into the paint. Under 11 minutes to play. Again, the winner will move on in the section championship, something that Esko has played in I don't know how many years in a row. It's been a long time.
Yeah, they've got quite a run going in the last several years.
Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It'll be Esko's ball. Just seems to be a school district that's just been very, very successful in athletics over the years.
Yeah, and they've got kids that get in the gym and they play all summer, and you know, there's a reason that they get good coaching. They've got good kids that get in the gym. Bernard twists his ankle.
He'll go to the bench, and Mason Carlson will check in. Yep, looks like it's an ankle. Taking that shoe off down there.
Maybe tape it up quick.
Here's Carlson, and the pass was deflected, and a Virginia turnover, and here come the Eskimos trying to extend their lead. Pass batted out of bounds. It'll be Esko's ball.
Esko's created a lot of turnovers with that trapping, but they've also just deflected a lot of passes as well, which adds to your defensive pressure.
Koskla with the high screen for Berger. Short little jumper, boy, and he is really on fire. He's got 18.
You can just tell the poise he's playing with, the confidence that he's creating.
Hofdahl gives it to Perla. Now to Tolman, to Carlson. Esko has extended their lead now to 21 over Virginia, coming up on 9.5 minutes to play. This is Joey Hofdahl getting a little seam with a little bank shot.
Good patience, good hesitation drive, nice little runner underhand. Give a little spark.
Spindler.
Virginia's just got to squeeze down that defense. They can't let guys get right to the basket. That's not just the guy guarding the ball, but it's the guys on the perimeter that have to be in that gap to help a little bit.
Carlson gives it off to Herberg. Ball's loose on the floor. Tolman gets it out. Here is Hofdahl for three. Berger gets it up to Kama. Inside. Koskela kicks the ball back out to Kama. Now Berger again. They open up. No help.
Yep, no help. And he just kind of lulls you to sleep with a little jab step, and then he explodes by you for that layup.
We got a timeout. Virginia wants to talk things over. 58-35 Esko with 8:19 to play.
The P.S. Engman Agency is a family-owned business that has served the area with compassion and quality service for over 100 years. We are grateful for their fine support of Blue Devil Sports on Channel 5.
Blue Devils coming out of the timeout, put the ball in play. Joe Hofdahl, the side of the lane. Now Jaden Bernard goes in. Just the dunk, gets the ball back, lost it. Here comes Lagarde back. In the corner to Koskela, now to Berger. Here's Berger from deep in the corner. Herberg goes high for the rebound. I really like the way Herberg has given him some time.
Yeah, he's been playing hard, rebounding, doing little things. They just have had such a struggle to score.
Yep, they're averaging almost 70 a game, and we've got a Virginia turnover, and tonight they're at the halfway mark with 7:39 to play.
Yeah, and way, way, way too many turnovers. They're just taking away any offensive opportunity to score when you don't get a shot. You just turn it over.
Chris Mason now will check in for Virginia. Esko a little bit too quick for the Blue Devils.
Their first step is so quick, and they're just so aware of where their teammates are, and they're able to find them, and so efficient off the dribble.
This is Lagarde. Now to Ringo. Goes into the paint, bounce pass underneath Koskela.
Hey, just lull you to sleep with their dribble and the ball going side to side, and they're patient, and then they find that open guy just sneaking to the basket.
Lead is up to 25, under 7 minutes to play. Here's Bernard trying to go baseline, goes into the paint, and he got sandwiched, and he's fouled. It'll be on Corey Kama, and that is his third.
It's hard to drive when the ball stays on one side right away. You got to attack defenders when they're coming out, closing out defensively. That's when you can really attack them.
Pass inside for Herberg. Reverse layup.
Nice body control. Controlled the ball and then was able to reposition himself to get that little spin off the glass.
Here's Berger off to Kama. Ball gets tapped. Somehow Kama gets it back. Now Ringo. Here is Berger for three.
Esko just gets every 50-50 ball, every loose ball, every extra rebound, and that's just, they're just active. They're so active.
We got a timeout on the court. 6:12 to play. Esko 63, Virginia 37.
Mesabi Range College is, I think, the perfect college for traditional or non-traditional students. I came here to start my nursing career. I really like being able to work with people rather than being secluded. Being able to help people, heal them, that makes a difference, wearing your heart on your sleeve. My name is Becky, and this is my Mesabi story.
I decided to come to Mesabi because you get that one-on-one experience with your instructors, and I'll leave Mesabi with literally zero debt. And for what I'm going into, I just thought it was the smartest decision, and then I could also continue playing the sport I love, baseball. Definitely the fact that I could play baseball here helped a lot with meeting people and met a ton of cool kids, so I have no regrets. It's been a great decision. My name's Cody, and this is my Mesabi story.
Perla comes out and gets the ball. And the pass is not controlled, although it was tipped, so Virginia will get the ball back. Comes into Bernard with under 6 to play. Bernard gets bumped, puts a shot up, it's not good, and Bernard is going to shoot too. Jaden's been at the line once tonight. He's missed his only attempt. Blue Devils tonight have had 3 free throws and have not converted.
When he learns to attack when the ball comes back to him instead of trying to attack when the defense is set, he's going to have a lot more success getting to the basket and scoring. So when he's got it and the defense is set and he tries to attack, there's 2 or 3 defenders versus give the ball up, come back when he gets it. That's when you attack.
Checking in now is Hubie Gonczarowski. He's listed as a 5'7" senior. The guard. I'm going to check that was Ringo. Here is Gonczarowski. Now Kama. 5:15 to play. Esko in control. And now checking in for the Blues will be Peters. Also coming in is Donnie Burris.
Esko just does such a good job with the ball, taking care of it, side to side, finding the open guy, patience. And that's that dribble, drive, read, react, offensive stuff that they have been playing since they were in junior high.
Here is Lagarde. He's fouled and he's going to get a free throw.
The game of basketball is funny. When things are going well, everything seems to fall. And when things are going bad, they just keep getting worse at times. Even when you try to play harder, sometimes that makes it worse because you play so hard, you forget thinking and seeing the whole floor.
Koskla with a rebound. Koskla kicks it out to Ringo. This is Lagarde going baseline, contact. Loose ball now is grabbed by Peters. 4:40 to play. Pass inside, taken away by Ringo. Long pass up to Kama. Bernard tipped it, but Kama gets it back and scores. Here's Bernard. Pulls back, 3. Loose ball is grabbed. Now Kama. Blue Devils going to make some more substitutions, trying to get some players in that will be seeing a lot of time next year. Younger kids.
Well, even in a loss, you've got to teach your younger kids, you know, what it takes to be here and compete at this level. Because Virginia, I mean, if you're a Virginia basketball player and you're not in the Final Four of this section, that tells you a little bit about your season. That you have to expect to be in this game.
Here comes Bernard for 2. He's got 21. I think we just got a timeout just to get some substitutions.
Could be, yeah. Not a bad move.
$14 is Logan Havistow is checked in. Number 40 is Daniel Squires. Peters, Mason.
And Virginia's got some sophomores that need to experience this gym, this atmosphere, learn and grow from it.
Here is Gonczarowski. A corner, Eli Blue for 3, will not fall. The ball is loose on the floor and is grabbed by Peters. Well, 16-13 first year for head coach Derek Aho. 16 wins out of 29 games. I guess that's a good start.
And it's a different squad than Virginia's had in the past. They're much bigger than the previous teams.
Long pass by Vinji. He tried to hit Chad Hart, who is really a good-looking freshman coming at 6'6" for Esko.
Oh, yeah. They just keep kids coming into their program and developing, and that's why they're always in this game and fighting for that section championship.
Mason will give it off to Squires. Back to Mason. 2:45 to play. Now Peters. 4 seniors are going to graduate from this Blue Devil squad. Mason, Burris, Herberg, and Perla. So really a strong nucleus coming back.
Yeah, they do. They have a good base. Some youth that have gotten a lot of experience this year. That'll only help them for next year.
2:40 to play, 67-40. Bounce pass goes to Squires. Now to Burris, trying to go baseline. Ball's out of bounds, and it'll be Virginia's ball. Blue Devils only able to hit 18 points here in the second half.
Yeah, they just have had a tough time. They've turned the ball over way too many times. And then the wide open shots they had that, they needed to make to get back in this game, they didn't make them. And that's just the way it goes some nights.
Shot from deep in the corner was a little short. That was Preston Lowe. Now Burris coming back for Virginia. Just over 2 minutes to play. Esko in Pequot Lakes in the championship game on Thursday night. Those teams played once during the season, and Esko beat Pequot by 10.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Pequot today. The way they played, the way they shot. They competed hard. But, until you beat Esko, Esko's a team to beat.
Yep. I have the same thing in softball. Esko has beaten me the last 2 years in softball in the championship. So Esko with solid programs here going in, putting a shot up and in was Eli Blue.
They're good defensively. They're good offensively. They shoot the ball very well. They share it. They move it. They handle it. There's a lot of good things they do that make them the team they are.
Blue gives it off to Gonczarowski. He goes in, puts up a shot off the glass, will not fall. Comes Mason back for Virginia. Coming up on 70 seconds to play. Here's Burris from way downtown. Donnie Burris, a senior.
Little victories, little victories. (69-43) with 1 minute to play.
That's Gable going in. His shot was blocked by Squires. Ball was tapped away from Cade Berger, younger brother of Camden Berger. So we're going to have that Berger name for the next couple of years.
Yes. Yeah.
Fisher is only a sophomore, Quinn's younger brother.
Right. They're just recycling the names.
Yep.
Just recycle them.
Yeah. It's too bad there's no more stack pools around.
Well, there'll be another one in June.
Donnie Burris just knocks another one down.
Good for him.
Six points for senior Donnie Burris.
Way to finish it out.
Yep.
You know, that's...
Shot off the glass, will not fall. And it goes out of bounds to Virginia with 23 seconds to play. Hofdahl to the top. Tolman goes inside to Squires. Oh, that's got to be a travel or a double dribble. Preston Lowe lost control, but kind of
Yeah, he knew it. He knew he made a mistake, but he wasn't going to let Virginia grab the ball, and he might as well try to get away with
That's
it.
right.
I thought he was going to get away with it, but Paul Rafe caught him and blew the whistle.
3 seconds to, and the clock is going to run out. And Esko defeats Virginia 69-46, and they will move on and play in the section championship. Just some final stats, final scoring. I'll get Tom's final thoughts. For Esko, Camden Berger with 23 points. Trevor Spindler finished with 21. For Virginia, Jaden Bernard finished with 21 points tonight. Esko 34 in the first half, 35 in the second for 69. Virginia 22 and 24 for 46. Blue Devils finished the season 16-13. Esko now goes to 20 wins, 9 losses, and they'll take on Pequot Lakes in a championship game. Your
Cam
thoughts
Berger,
tonight?
Cam Berger, second half, 15 points. Was all the difference in the game. He made every play they needed, buckets to open it up. He made other guys better, and Esko was just a typical Esko. Handle the ball, make shots, and defend.
Tom, appreciate all the time. You know, it's great having you with us. You add so much to our telecast that we just can't thank you enough for being a part of Mesabi Community
It's fun
Television.
to do, and you know, it's something that the kids can look forward to down the road, playing it back, and you guys do an awesome job of putting this thing together.
So that'll do it from Romano Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Minnesota Duluth. Hope you enjoyed our telecast this year on Mesabi Community Television. This is our final sports telecast for this year, and it's been a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll be back again next year with some more games on Mesabi Community Television and also on My 9 Sports. So for Tom Stackpool, who helped me tonight, and for Darwin Aller on our main camera, Terry Hardica on our lower camera, and also our production manager, I'm Bob Cohn with the play-by-play. Again, our final score tonight, Esko 69 and Virginia 46. Good night, everyone. For the Jags. Now Sipple on top. Carlson for 3. Blue Devils. Johnson. Out of field. Nice spin move. The shot was missed. Comes Carlson back. 16 minutes to play in our first half. Blue Devils with a 3-2 lead. Cunningham now to Maloney. He'll let go the long one. Blue Devils perfect from long range. And it's a 6-2 Virginia lead. Pass inside, tapped